So hi guys and welcome back. This is the week, or maybe it will be just the next 2 weeks. And I'm not joking, guys. This is the time where most of the game will be played for all the layer 2s. I'm talking about Arbitrum, Optimism, Scale, Immutable X, Lisk, or whatever is your favorite layer 2. Literally, guys, this is the moment. Why? Because Ethereum will go through the 13th of March through a major upgrade that maybe will not benefit so much, at least not in the short term, Ethereum, but it will be literally a revolution for most of the layer 2s. In this video, what I want to do with you is understanding why it will be a revolution, but most of all, which are the coins that can overperform, and if there is any signal on the chart that we can start using in order to take profit. Because at the end of the story, we are all here to make money. But the point is that which coin should I buy right now? Is it a good moment or not? Let's discover it together. And guys, don't forget to leave us a big thumbs up. Please do that now. And leave a comment to the comment section. That's a small effort for you. Let me know which is your favorite layer 2 and if it will be pumping at which is your target price. And guys, don't forget, this channel is just about educational content. Nothing has to be intended as financial advice. We are here to discuss together to understand which are the signals, sharing, that is caring, and let's go together, because this industry, specifically, guys, in the next 2 years, this is the moment when we hope to see adoption, growth, and obviously profit, because the more people will come into this industry, the more the price will grow. So that's the reason why you should keep pushing, do your own research, but don't give up and keep following cryptos. Okay, guys, let's start immediately. So as we said, Dencun, that's the name of the upgrade of Ethereum. It will be released the 13th of March. But let's discover together which are the implications and what does it mean for real, because as we have heard, maybe it's just like an upgrade like many others. It's not like many others. So when it comes to Dencun, we need to know two things. The first one, is the base about the future of Ethereum. Yes, right now ETH will not be impacted so much by this upgrade, but is putting in the fundamental to build a sharding system. Sharding simply means being able to process more transactions at the same time, obviously increasing the scalability of Ethereum. This is the first milestone that will be reached into the path of having a full sharding system. But the big revolution here, we are coming to the second reason why this upgrade is so important, is about layer 2s. As you all know, layer 2s are using the security with on Ethereum, so they need to communicate, and there is the need of sharing information through these two pieces. And the point is that this upgrade is making the experience smoother and cheaper. Cheaper, that's a lot cheaper. As you can see from the table on the screen, it's about 90% of discount on fees. And that's a lot, guys. That's literally a lot. Because if you are doing a lot of transactions, well, 0.02, so just 2 cents, it's much less than 0.2. So, I mean, it's 10 times different. That's a lot. And that's sometimes also in my case, I'm using Arbitrum mainly. And I'm seeing, yes, it's cheap, but once you do so many transactions, it's not so cheap. You are either way spending like hundreds of dollars each month, or maybe so on, just in fees, and that's a lot. While through this kind of upgrade, we can see that kind of reduction. The point right now is to, okay, we know that this upgrade will benefit at most layer 2s, but there is a thing. Most of them are not pumping, at least not yet. Why? And which of them we could expect to pump at most? So first of all, let's understand how to identify which are the layer 2s because there are so many around. I want to show you a resource that I'm using personally. It's called L2bit.com. This is something like a DeFi Llama just for layer 2s on Ethereum, and that's pretty useful because it's giving from one side the full list, and on the other side also the total value locked, the market share on the market, and as you can see right now, Arbitrum is controlling almost half of the market of all the layer 2s. Well, that's a lot. Even so, if we check the price of Arbitrum, yes, we are in an overall, we can say, uptrend, but at the end of the story, we are at the same price that we were at the moment of the launch, so around 1 year ago. So, yes, it looks much more like a congestion as going sideways. Why? And which kind of price, but why it's happening? And is there any signal that can suggest us that something else is about to happen? Well, the reality is that there is a signal, and I will show you just in a moment. Before going there, let's go back a second to uh, L2bit, because this list is pretty useful. You can use it by yourself. I will leave also the link to identify different layer 2s. Just remember that not all of them are here. For example, another project I'm following is Scale, but it's not tracked over here. Lisk is another one. Canto is another one. It's about real world asset that is suffering like crazy right now. So just be aware that it's not omnicomprehensive. It's not just because something there is not into this list. It means that no other layers are existing. Check it out, explore us on Twitter, listen other content creators, do your own research because it's there where there is the most value. Okay, now that we have understood that, let's go back to the chart. So I want to start with Arbitrum. And the reason is because, yes, there is a big signal, and the signal is into this chart over here. Let me zoom in. This chart is showing us the volatility of porco Giuda, raga. And the mamma mia. And an inter mamma mia. And an interesting consideration, an interesting information is contained to this chart. This is showing the volatility of Arbitrum in each day. And as you can see, when it's green, means that the volatility is lower than the average. And the odd part of this story is that starting from mid-January, when we were starting to getting closer to the upgrade, Dencun, the volatility has started to going below the average, started to become more compressed, and the price, obviously, instead of growing or even dumping, is just remaining steady into this kind of sideways, pretty congested. Usually, and again, guys, this is just a signal. It doesn't mean it will happen exactly what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that it has to have any kind of meaning. Remember, guys, the numbers are just numbers. The meaning, that's something that we are giving to the number. But it's not that the number has a specific meaning. It's not like a crystal ball that is telling you what will happen in the future. It's always just a matter of probabilities. So we need to play with these probabilities. And what these numbers are telling us is that the probability to see an impulsive movement is getting higher, mainly because when the volatility usually is going down, a big spike or on the up or on the downside too, because that's the counterpart of the story. It's not for granted that just because we expect the price to go up, it will. Maybe the price will dump because from here we have been waiting so much, we are breaking this trend line on the lower side, and maybe we're gonna retest the 200 days moving average. I don't know. I'm just giving you the whole picture. What we know is that volatility unusually has been pretty low right now, and we can expect a major movement. Obviously, much will depend from how BTC and ETH they will be behaving. And let's check the chart also. As you can see, this is coming from ETH BTC because also this is an important chart. You have to check it out. It's showing us which asset is stronger in each moment of the story. Because also this chart is pretty important. It's showing us which asset is stronger in each moment. And as you can see, right now it looks that it's an uptrend, but we are still struggling to take out this maximum over here. It was in January, and most of all, we need to touch and break this line over here. It's about 0.0062. If ETH will be able to, well, that's a lot, because it means that ETH can start an uptrend against BTC. ETH can become the big player into the field, pushing the market. Right now, we are still seeing BTC just today, it was breaking above 58. That's a sign of great uh, that is a sign of great strength. And obviously, when Bitcoin is so strong, it's not easy for other assets to overperform. We need to wait Bitcoin to literally calm, slow down for a moment. I'm not saying dumping, because when it's dumping, it's not good for the whole market, but just slowing down just for a couple of days. And what we can expect is seeing ETH and also all the other assets pushing. I don't think that ETH will do incredible numbers, because it's missing a narrative. Yes, this upgrade, it's something positive for ETH, so that's good, but it's not something that will have a so great impact. What will really move the price of ETH, it's about the ETF, or when people will start talking more about risk-taking. That's another big revolution that is coming on Ethereum. On the other side, expect to see layer 2s moving, because right now, aside for example to COTI, that as you can see made this incredible move from 0.05 to above 0.28, guys, it means like almost 5 times, more than 5 times of price movement. That's a lot in just not even a month. Yes, not even a month. So it's a lot. But aside from that, another couple of exceptions, most of them, if you check also Optimism, it is still compressed here into this raising triangle, maybe. There is Manta, it is going mainly down. This is Mantle, it's an uptrend. They just broke this resistance. That's a good sign. Maybe they could go to retest it and continue the uptrend. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. EMX, Matis, and so on. There is mainly a lot of, we are waiting for something. We are waiting for the big signal. What we know are just the numbers. Personally speaking, I would be really focused on Arbitrum. I do expect it to move, mainly because it has the market cap that is the same of Starknet and Optimism. Even if the TVL is much higher, the volume is much higher. At the same time, the price action is showing us a decreasing in volatility. Usually, it's a good sign in terms of potential impulsive movement. And obviously, if the fiends are going down, the big winner should be Arbitrum. On the other side, I'm not telling you buy this or this side. I'm just telling you guys, we are in a crucial moment. If it will happen, it will be impulsive. Probably when it happens, it's too fast. You need to be ready. You can't just wait for that moment and in that moment start to think, oh yes, maybe that could be a good entry point or whatever. You need to have decided right now which is your entry point, why, and how you want to exit. Another thing that we have to take in consideration is that many of these assets are pretty young. For example, Arbitrum, it doesn't have history. So how to set up and take profit, because we don't have other resistances above. It's just price discovery. So maybe you can use the extension of Fibonacci, do whatever you prefer. You can even just wait and wait for a reversal of the price, look for a pattern in that way. Doesn't matter. Just be aware that you need to have a strategy. Maybe an alternative could be just going for layer 2 that are smaller. For example, I don't know, Boba, Loopring, or Myria, that is about gaming, that is about, as you can see also here, is about to take out the maximum on a weekly time frame. Maybe it's a good sign. But again, I'm not suggesting you buy this one or the other one. There are so many layer 2s, and maybe some of them will pump. Also Scale, that's something I was mentioning to you before. It's pretty interesting. It's just trying to break out from a local high that was this resistance over here, and on a weekly time frame there is not much more for above like 0.3. Right now we are just not even 0.1, so there is a lot of space. It doesn't mean that the price will be able to cover the hole. But obviously, when it breaks, if there is a big narrative behind, like what is happening right now, the probability to see an impulsive movement is high. So be aware of that. Do your own research, set your strategy. And again, guys, don't follow my strategy, don't follow any other strategy, simply because each of us is having its own kind of risk appetite. Each portfolio is different, each exposure is different. So there is literally no solution that applies to everyone. There is just your solution, just tailor on what you know of yourself, your strategy, your overall view of the market, but just be aware and be ready. Because I'm not saying that it will happen, the impulsive movement. I'm just saying that the probability is increasing. The point is that when it will happen, it's too late. So be ready right now and follow the market, put an alert on the chart. Don't open a position just random right now. Put an alert, decide your strategy, and act accordingly. Okay, guys, so let me know what you think about the holster. Let me know which is the layer 1 to layer 2, that you are following right now and you believe could overperform the market right now. And don't forget to leave us a big, big thumbs up. Drop a comment to the comment section. Thank you for doing it, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye, guys.